So good afternoon, everyone. So for today's lesson, we will talk about the ULO3, which is the understand the quality control and assurance in the productions and operation system. So first, let's talk about the quality assurance and control. So what is quality assurance and control? Quality assurance and quality control are two terms that are often used interchangeably, although they are similar, but there are distinct differences for the both of them. And this page will explain the differences of the quality control and management and provide definitions and example of each. So the first one is the differences between the quality assurance and quality control. The second one is the industry perspectives on quality assurance and the quality control. The third one is the history of quality assurance and quality control. And the last one is the quality assurance and quality control resources. So first, let's differentiate between the quality assurance and the quality control. So quality assurance and the activities and responsibilities cover virtually all of the quality system in one fashion or another. On the other hand, quality control is a subset of the quality assurance activities. So in layman's term, quality assurance focuses on preventing defect, while the quality control focuses on identifying the defect. So quality management and LSOs may take the form of one or a combination of the following approaches. The quality control, quality assurance, total quality management, those three those three approaches are used to combine to form a quality management. So the first one is the quality assurance. The quality assurance can be defined as part of the quality management focus on providing confidence that quality requirements will be fulfilled. Um, having the confidence of the quality assurance have a twofold. The first one is the internally to management, and the second one is externally to customers, governments, agencies, regulators, certifiers, and third parties. An alternate definition is all the planned and systematic activities implemented within the quality system that can be demonstrated to provide confidence that a product or service will fulfill requirements for quality. Next is the quality control. It is quality control can be defined as part of the quality management focus on fulfilling the quality requirements. So while the quality assurance is relates on how the process is being performed and how the product is being made, the quality control is focuses on the inspections aspects of the quality management. An alternate definition is the operational techniques and activities used to fulfill requirements for quality. What is the concept of quality? The concept of quality it is the standard of something as measured against other things of a similar kind and the degree of excellence of something. So basically, the concept of quality it is the standard that we are looking for in the product. It is also an improvement in product quality. In dictionary, they define the concept of quality as an essential characteristic and as a superior. And also in some definitions that the other various organizations accepted are the quality is the customer satisfactions and quality is fitness for use. So then the last one is the TQM or the total quality management. So TQM is for is ha, a TQM has a five is TQM rather is divided into five sections. The customer focus, process management, planning process improvement, and the total participations. A comprehensive organization's wide effort to improve the quality of products and services applicable to all organizations. So to sum it up, quality assurance is a broad practice used for assuring the quality of product or services. It is a constant effort is made to enhance the quality practices in the organizations. It is a continuous improvement are expected in quality functions in the company. And lastly, it is and the quality team of the organization has many responsibility. The first one is defining the process for achieving, and the second one is improving the quality. So, as you can see, there are two charts. So let's tackle about the first chart, the quality assurance. Quality assurance is divided into four sections. The first one is define the project scope. The second one is specify features, baseline system. The third one is the build product. And the fourth one is deliver product to customer. So basically, these four sections are the functions of quality assurance. And the second chart, which is the quality control, which you can see that the quality control is at the center of the core because you can't have the quality control without first having the quality management and quality assurance. What is customer? Basically, we know that customer is the one who purchase products at the store, market, or even in online. And also, we consider ourselves a customer. It is because anyone who is impacted by the product or process delivered by an organization is called customer. And there are two types of customers, the external customers and the internal customers. External customers are the end user as well as the intermediate processors. Other external customers may not be purchasers but may have some connections with the product. So basically, the external customers are the customers, governments, creditors, shareholders, suppliers. And on the other hand, the internal customers are the other divisions of the company that receive the processed product. Internal customers are the one they are the employees, owners, and also the representatives. So what is a product all about? Product it is the output of the process carried out by the organizations. It may be goods, software, or services. In marketing, product it is an object or a system that made available for consumers to be used. How is customer satisfaction achieved? There are dimensions two dimensions to satisfy the customer. The first one is the product features and the second one is the freedom from deficiencies. The product features it refers to the quality of designs. So the quality of designs it is refers to the performance or the physical appearance of the product. Its example in manufacturing industry, performance, reliability, durability, and ease of use is used is used to is used as a basis of the satisfactions of the customer. And also in the service industry, the accuracy, timeliness, friendliness, and courtesy, and also the most important is the knowledge of server. Freedom from deficiencies. It refers to the quality of conformance. So basically, higher conformance means fewer complaints and increased customer satisfaction. So in order to achieve a higher customer satisfaction, we need to have a higher conformance. There are five reasons for quality becoming a cardinal priority for most organizations. The first one is competitions. Competitions because in today's market demand high quality products at low cost. Having a high quality reputation is not enough. Internal cost of maintaining the reputation should be less. So in today's market, demand high quality products at low cost is very important because having the high quality reputation is not enough. We need also to consider the the cost of maintaining the reputations. The next one is the changing customer. The new customer is not only commanding priority based on volume, but it is more demanding about the quality system. So not all new customer is commanding is commanding the based on volume. The other new customer is more demanding about the quality system. The next one is the changing products mix. The shift from low volume to high price from high volume to low price have resulted in a need to reduce the internal cost of poor quality. The fourth one is the product complexity. Product complexity: as systems have become more complex, the reliability requirements for suppliers of components have become more stringent. And the last one is the higher levels of customer satisfaction. Higher customers' expectations are getting spooned by increasing competitions. Relatively simpler approaches to quality, product inspections for quality control and incorporation of internal cost of poor quality into the selling price might not work for today's complex market environment. So there are 8 perspectives in quality. The first one is the perfection rather. Next is consistency. The third is eliminating waste. The fourth is speed of delivery. The fifth is compliance with policies and procedures. The sixth is doing it right at the first time. The seventh is delighting or pleasing customers. And the last one is the total customer satisfaction and service. So there are two types in quality levels. The first is the organizational levels. So in organizational levels, we need to ask these following questions. Which products and services meet your expectations? And last, which products and services you need that you are not currently receiving? And the other levels is what we call the process levels. And also in process levels, we also need to ask these following questions. Which products and services you need that you are not currently receiving? What what processes produce those products and services? What are the key inputs to those processes? Which processes have most significant effects on the organization's performance standards? Additional views of quality in services. Technical quality and the functional quality. Technical quality is the core element of the good or service, while the functional quality is the customer perception of how the good functions and the service is delivered. The other one is the expectations and perceptions. Customer prior expectations, generalized and specific service experiences, and their perceptions of service performance affect the satisfactions with a service. So basically, satisfaction is equal to the perception of performance minus the expectation. So that is the end of my reporting, and that will be all. Thank you.
Good afternoon everyone. So now I will be discussing about the historical views of quality in services. Quality gurus, individuals who have been identified as making a significant contribution to improving the quality of goods and services. These are the following gurus: Walter A. Schuhart, W. Edward Deming, Joseph M. Juran, Philip Crosby, Jeanette Taguchi, Kaoru Ishikawa. Walter A. Schuhart. He is statistician at Bell Laboratories. He developed statistical control process methods to distinguish between random and non-random variation in industrial processes under control. Developed the Plan Do Check Act or the PDCA. It is a cycle that emphasizes the need for continuous improvement. Last one is strongly influenced Deming and Juran. W. Edward Deming. He advocated statistical process control or the SPC. It is a method which signals shifts in a process that will likely lead to products and or services not meeting customers' requirements. Emphasize an overall organizational approach to managing quality. Demonstrated that quality products are less costly than poor quality products. Identified 4 points critical for improving quality. Deming also got the highest award for industrial excellence in Japan. These are Deming's 14-point program for improving quality. Create constancy of purpose for improvement of product and service. Adapt the new philosophy. Cease dependence on mass inspection and the practice of awarding business on the price tag alone. Improve constantly and forever the system of production and training. Institute training. Institute leadership. Drive out fear. Break down barriers between staff areas. Eliminate slogans, exhortations, and target for the workforce. Eliminate numerical quotas. Remove barriers to pride in workmanship. Institute a vigorous program of education and retraining. Take action to accomplish the program. Deming philosophy, a system of profound knowledge. Appreciation for a system. A system is a set of functions or activities within an organization that work together to achieve organizational goals. Psychology. The designers and implementers of decisions are people. Hence, understanding their psychology is important. Understanding process variation. A production process contains many sources of variation. Theory of knowledge. Management decisions should be driven by facts, data, and justifiable theories. Joseph M. Juran. He emphasized the importance of producing quality products through an approach focused on quality planning, control, and improvement. He defined product quality as fitness for use as viewed by the customer in quality of design, quality of conformance, availability, safety, field of use. He categorized the quality as cause of prevention, cause of detection or appraisal, cause of failure. The Juran philosophy is the mission of the firm is to achieve high product quality. The mission of each individual department is to achieve high production quality. Quality should be talked about in languages senior management understand money cost of poor quality. At operational level, focus should be on conformance to specification through elimination of defects used in statistical methods. Quality triagology. Quality planning, process of preparing to meet quality goals, involves understanding customer needs and developing products features. Quality control, process of meeting quality goals during operations, control parameters, measuring the deviation and ranking action. Quality improvement, process for breaking through the unprecedented levels of performance, identify areas improvement and get the right people to bring about the change. Absolutes of management. Quality means conformance to requirements, not elegance. There is no such thing as quality problem. There is such thing as economics of quality. It is always cheaper to do the job right the first time. The only performance measurement is the cost of the quality, the cost of non-conformance. Basic elements of improvement is determination, education, and implementation. Junichi Taguchi, he emphasized that minimization of variation, concerned with the cost of quality to society, extended Juran's concept of external failure. Quality in goods, performance, features, reliability, durability, conformance, serviceability, aesthetics, perceived quality. Lastly, the quality in services. Reliability, tangibles, responsiveness, assurance, and empathy.
Defining the dimensions of quality. So first off, there are two products that are presented in the market. First are the goods and then the services. But how can we say that these products are in good quality? Basically, the goods are considered to be in good quality if they are functioning according to their intended purpose for an ample amount of time, while also preferably being pleasing to the senses, especially the eyes. To summarize, a service is considered to be of good quality if they give us emotional and mental satisfaction. Next is the cost of quality. This is the framework for identifying quality components that are related to producing both high-quality products and low-quality components with the goal of minimizing the total cost of quality. So in simpler terms, the cost of quality is the methodology used to quantify how much did you spend to assure that you are producing high quality products. Next is the costs of poor quality. We have detection or appraisal costs, internal failure cost, and external failure cost. But what do these costs of poor quality means? So first we have prevention. These are the costs associated with preventing defects. Examples of these are training, early reviews, quality planning, tools, and process improvement initiatives. Next, we have appraisal, which are the costs associated with analyzing and testing the products to ensure that they are not defective. Examples of appraisal are the inspections, testing, audits, and quality control. Then we have internal failure, which are the costs associated with fixing defects found prior to its release. For example, the repair, retesting, and updating documentation. And lastly, external failure, which are the costs associated with fixing defects found after their release. Examples of these are the technical support, defect reporting and tracking, field updates, and loss of future sales. So in this graph, we can see how the cost of quality affects the total quality cost over time. So as you can see, the external failure cost greatly reduces our sales or our savings, and also the internal failure cost reduces our savings, but not as big as the external failure cost. Next, appraisal cost does not affect our savings since it is in a straight line. And finally, we can see here that prevention cost increases our savings since it helps us prevent having defective products. And now we have the equation for cost of quality. So to solve the cost of quality, we have to get the summation of the external failure plus internal failure plus appraisal plus prevention divided by sales and then times 100%. And now we have the typical quality cost ratios. In Feigenbaum's model, prevention costs are 5% to 10% of the total cost of quality. The detection and appraisal costs are 20% to 25%, while the failure costs are 65% to 70%. While in Juran and Greena's model, the prevention costs are 0.5% to 5%, while detection appraisal costs are 10% to 50%. Failure costs are, in internal failure costs, we have 25% to 40%, and then external failure cost, we have 20% to 40%. Then we have the cost of quality according to Juran's model. So this is basically the same as our first model. So first we have the cost of prevention, which is the associated cost for preventing defects or defective products. Next is the cost of detective or appraisal, which is the cost for identifying the defects in the products. Next is the cost of failure, which are the cost for the inefficiency of products. We have two types of cost of failure. First is the internal, which are the defective items that are determined before shipment, while the external failure are the defective products that are determined after the shipment. Now let's move on to how to assure customer satisfaction. So first we have service recovery, which refers to how quickly a firm rectifies a service mistake. Now this service recovery helps with customer loyalty and satisfaction. Then we have service guarantees or provide customer feedbacks on service operations. These feedbacks help businesses formulate plans on how to offer better customer service. And now let us proceed to elements of TQM and implementation. So first we have leadership, which is the top management vision, planning, and support. This is basically how the leaders at the top manage the business operations. Next, we have employee involvement. All employees assume responsibility for inspecting the quality of their work. So this means that every employee has their role to play in ensuring the quality of their work. And lastly, we have the product or process excellence, which involves product design quality and monitoring the process for continuous improvement. This means that from the beginning of the product planning until its processing time, the product is constantly being monitored to ensure that it is in good quality. Example of these are pokayokes, which is a Japanese term that means mistake proofing. These are devices that prevents defects from being produced. Now the implementation of TQM is a two-way road. The successful implementation of TQM requires total integration of TQM into day-to-day operations. while failure of implementation means that you lack focus on strategic planning and competencies. Also, it means that you have ineffective organizational culture. Now, what are the key elements for a successful TQM? First, we have integrity, trust, training, teamwork, communication, ethics, recognition, and leadership. And these key elements are grouped according to their function. The foundation is the integrity, ethics, and trust, while the building bricks are the leadership, teamwork, and training. The roof is the recognition or motivation, while the binding mortar is communication. Here is a simple illustration of how a successful TQM should look like. Next, we have Hoshin planning. Hoshin Kanri is Japanese for management cycle built around plan, do, check, and act. Elements of this cycle include quality policies, quality goals, deployment of goals, plans to meet goals, organizational structure, resources, measurement feedback, review of progress, and finally, training.
Good afternoon. So I will be discussing the process management and the quality management system. So first is the process management. It is the method of planning and administrating the necessary activities to achieve high quality in business processes. Also, it identifies opportunities for improving quality and operational performance. Ultimately, the main goal is the customer satisfaction. So, process management simply reduces opportunities for errors and rework, and it allows companies to better organize resources and increase productivity. So there are two types of process, the value-added processes and the support processes. So first is the value-added processes. It is essential for running the business and achieving and maintaining competitive advantage, which transform raw materials or work in progress into much more valuable goods and services to the customers, such as design process, productive process, or production process, or the delivery process. Next is the support processes. It is important to an organization's value creation processes, employees, and daily operations. So when we talk about value creation processes, it is driven by external customers' needs, while support processes are driven by internal needs. So support processes is facilitate or assist the execution of operating or management process, such as supply procurements, inventory, replenishment, and machine maintenance. So put it in mind that to apply the techniques of process management, a process must be repeatable and measurable. So next is the process control. Control is the activity of ensuring the conformance to the requirements and taking corrective action necessary. It also allows manufacturers to keep their operations running within specified limits and to set more precise limits to maximize profitability, ensure quality, and prioritize the safety. So there are two reasons for controlling the process. First, process control methods are the basis of effective daily management of processes. Second is the long-term improvements. While short-term corrective action should be taken by the process owners, long-term remedial action should be the responsibility of the management. So, long-term improvements cannot be made to a process unless the process is first brought under control. So, for an effective quality control, it includes documented procedures for all key processes, clear understanding to the appropriate equipment and working environment, monitoring and controlling to the critical quality characteristics. So, when there is a problem found, it is immediately fixed. Next is the approval process for the equipments. Next is the criteria of format workmanships, such as the written standards, samples, and etc. And lastly, the maintenance activities, in which they inspect and identify what things to change or fix to prevent any risk and also to observe its condition. Next is the process improvement. So, process improvement starts from the customer's loyalty, which is driven by the delivered value, and delivered value is created by the business processes. So, Sustained success in competitive markets require our business to continuously improve delivered value. And lastly, to continuously improve value creation ability, a business must continuously improve its value creation processes. So next is the quality management system. So the ISO 9000 states that quality management system defines and establishes an organization's quality policy and objectives. It also allows an organization to document and implement the producer needed to attain these goals. So, quality management system help companies or businesses to improve their product reliability, durability, and the performance. So the ISO 9000 stands for International Organization for Standardization is related to, of course, the quality management system, and it includes the 8 principles. It also designed to meet the needs of customers and other stakeholders while meeting statutory and regulatory requirements. So, International Organization for Standardization promote international trade by providing one consistent set of requirements recognized around the world. So, here are the 8 quality management principles. First is the customer's focus. So every business puts customers as the center of the every decision making. Next is the leadership. Its role is the backbone of any improvement strategy in which the leaders establish directions for its purpose of the organization. Next is the involvement of people. So each person within the business or the management has any specific responsibilities and roles to ensure an effective process. And then the process approach. So basically, all processes are connected. It starts from the designs to purchasing until the process of production. Next is the system approach to management, and then the continual improvement. Next is the factual approach to decision making, in which the basis is the performance based management system. Practices of good management are based on the use of facts, data, and information. And lastly is the mutually beneficial supplier relationships. So ISO defines this as an organization and its suppliers are interdependent to each other. So this enhances the ability of both to create value when they have that kind of relationships. So here are the ISO 9000 series. First is the ISO 9000. It explains fundamental quality concepts and provides guidelines for the selection and application of each standard. Next is the ISO 9001, Model for Quality Assurance in Design, Development, Production, Installation, and Servicing. Next is the ISO 9002, Model for Quality Assurance in the Production and Installation of Manufacturing Systems. Next is the ISO 9003, Quality Assurance in Final Inspection and Testing. And lastly is the ISO 9004, Guidelines for the Applications of Standards in Quality Management and Quality System. So the advantages of ISO 9000 standards are the quality is maintained. ISO registration also has a significant bearing on market credibility as well. Opportunity to compete with large companies. Next is more time spent on customers' focus. Of course, then confirmation that your company is committed to quality. Next is may facilitate trade and increase market opportunities. And lastly, it can increase customers' confidence and satisfaction. So the ISO 9001 standards requirements for an effective quality management system are divided into 8 clauses, and here are the 5 given clauses that you can see in the sim. So first is the clause 4, which is the quality management system. It composed of general requirements, documentation requirement, quality manual, and control of records and documents. Next is the clause 5, which is the management responsibility, composed of customers focus, quality objective, quality policy, quality management system planning, management representative, and internal communication. And then the clause 5, the resource management, consists of competence, awareness, and training, infrastructure, and work environment. And then the clause 7, the product realization, consists of planning of product realization, the customer's related process, and the customer's communication. And lastly, the clause 8, the measurement, analysis, and improvement, composed of general requirements, monitoring and measurement to the customer satisfaction, and internal audit, and analysis of data and continual improvement. So that's it. That's the end of the week 7 reporting. I hope you learned something from our discussion. Thank you.